Hi guys, welcome to Project 5, Tarot and More. I'm Sharon, Intuitive Empath, and I'm channeling the energy for today's daily vibe. Intense, 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 intense energies. Okay, you guys, people are starting to get overwhelmed with the number of choices or the options. It's been narrowed down for a lot of us to just one or two as far as like main choices. We know which one we need to choose, but we know which one is easier and which one serves us better. And the one that serves us better is a complete transformation, and it's a hard leap of faith to take at this point, because there's so much that needs to fall away as a result of that. So much life in a different trajectory, a different pathway. It's happening to a lot of us. For some of us, it's being viewed, the perception is that the change is hard, but necessary, and for others, the perception is that it's been long-awaited success, reason for celebration, and I would agree with all of the above. I think that it all is there. It just depends on what you choose to focus on as far as where to place your action from the orientation of that energy or inspiration. So healing is coming up again. That's a theme throughout this entire month, you guys. Healing is a big theme in the month of June, and particularly I think also May was a month of healing, and we still have another probably about 6 weeks worth of healing energies that are working in our benefit. Just hit me in the face. Consciousness just popped out of the deck and freaking hit me in the face. Okay, Spirit, I get you. Oh my God. So clearly that one wanted our attention. Let's start with consciousness. 17, it's an 8 for numerology. For those of you who have been tracking your signs and symbols, the frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Consciousness can be described as a state of awareness or focused attention, and wherever we direct our attention will dominate our minds. Yes, indeed. This is about focusing in and honing in on that choice, okay, and all of the reasons why, okay, and that ends up having multi-dimensional implications, right? Emotional reasons, psychological reasons, physical reasons, abundance reasons, maybe karmic reasons. Maybe there's some type of soul connection between you and the situation, or you and the person in the situation, and it's rendering some type of result, or tap into the Akashic records or the Akashic abundance that you're due, that you're owed, or that has been waiting there for you because it's been sitting waiting for activation. And now that a lot of us are moving into that paradigm and we're activating in our gifts that Christ consciousness and the belief that we are crystalline beings, and stepping through those portals and gateways, you guys, we're awakening and ascending into a realm now where spirituality isn't about religion. It's not about anything else. It's really just about truth in yourself and what really serves you, what you're really here to do, and who you're really here to be with. So consciousness plays a big role in that. So like the universe, consciousness is alive. It has energy, right? It is its own energy. Forever expanding, breathing, morphing. Consciousness reflects reality, and reality reflects consciousness in return. In this new energy, our consciousness is rapidly expanding to hold the awareness of the many multidimensional aspects of reality. Yes, indeed it is. We are increasingly capable of multi-directing our attention to many different layers at the same time, providing us with a deep, rich experience in every moment. That is so true. That's why these energies are so intense, you guys. These are all new things, and no one has a lot of experience with them. That's why we need ancient texts. That's why we need gurus. That's why we need guides and light workers, and we need people to start stepping up, stepping forward, and coming and stepping out of where you guys have been hiding. And I completely understand why you've been hiding. I completely understand what that's all about, the self-protection and the layers upon layers, because of everything that light workers have been through in your life. But it's preparing you to have the strength to step out, step up, and step into your giftings. We no longer receive input solely through the senses that are closely connected to our physical body alone. We receive communication from beyond and body through intuitive thought, intuitive knowing, and intuitive feeling. This is why we're being called to take that leap of faith, because this is really about the awareness, awakening, and enlightenment into our truest self and our intuition. And our intuition, our inner voice, is really the only thing that can tell us and direct us, and we should learn to trust that direction into our true abundance and our ultimate joy and happiness, okay? And everything else that falls away seems so painful. It just seems so painful to let it all go, particularly because we know that other people that have been involved, we're going to be hurting them. But the fact is, it's like I know what I need to do. I know where I'm at and what I need to focus on and what my choice is, and I know why it's my choice. And that is because of the change in consciousness that I've had as a result of starting on this journey. All of the evidence that I need, that I've ever needed to be supported, or to know that I'm supported by the divine in this and supported by the universe, and to continue to have faith and trust in this process, is being revealed. It's all being shown. It's there. If you guys want signs and symbols, it's there for you. Ask. Just put it out there. Like, send me signs. And I mean like legit signs. I want to see 3 things like da-da-da, and spell it out. And watch as the universe plays it out for you right in front of your face, and it's undeniable, and it's just literally like, literally there. It is literally there, and you're watching it all play out because you asked for it. You asked for that manifestation of the signs that you're on the right path, that this is the decision that you need to make. Test it. Absolutely test it. Don't just blindly fly, into the ethers. You don't want to get lost out there. Have a trajectory, have a plan. Absolutely be tethered to some type of earth or grounding in that sense. But understand that the consciousness is shifting. The blue in the image refers to the deep, dark universe, the origin of everything that shows up in our reality. But since everything is always in motion, so is consciousness, like a breathing, morphing, changing, expanding, like a breath, morphing, changing, expanding. Sorry, I'm moving too fast. And the color could easily flow from blue to purple to red and yellow and so on. So take a moment, go inside, mentally scan your body. Notice the physical sensations you feel. How do you feel emotionally? Oh. So this is where healing comes in, because you have to get in touch with your emotional self in order to understand what your consciousness shifts are, okay? Because your emotional triggers are going to be the map. They really are the guide. They really are the map to your ultimate happiness by allowing yourself to experience these things. Oh, that is so true. Oh my gosh, I forgot to write this down. I wanted to share with you guys something that I read that Liz Gilbert said on her Instagram page about experiencing low vibrational emotions. And she said the lowest of all of them is apathy, which is not really caring about anything. It's the lowest vibrational emotion you can experience. And allow yourself to feel apathetic if that's where you're at, and then feel the next thing, and then feel fear and feel anger and feel all of the things that we construe as negative. That's about perception, and perception came up this week as a theme as well, because we're shifting consciousness away from thinking anything is negative or positive. It just is. It's supportive or beneficial, or this is the next leg of the journey, and these are the people that are in that part of the journey for us. And that's the extent of it. So healing any of our past issues with perception, or dealing with any kinds of, I want to call them moral injuries, because we've come to believe and understand ourselves in one particular way, and that way no longer serves the general collective paradigm. It's causing pain. It's causing suffering to think that there's only one interpretation of the right way to live for every single person, or that people have to suppress their true nature or their truest being in order to suffice to say, satisfy another group of individuals that believe the way that they're living or who they are is wrong. Okay, so this wrong-right paradigm is we're moving away out of the wrong and right, right? And there's a lot of people that are struggling with that. There are a lot of people that are not allowing the healing. They're not doing the work. They're stuck. They're stuck in that earlier form, in that earlier paradigm, and they're really sticking to their guns as a conventional, traditional way of thinking. They don't want things to change. And ultimately, what you end up having is a collective shift in consciousness, one way or another, whether they like it or not. And either you're on board and you're participating, or you're resisting, and there's points of resistance or basically stagnation. That is entirely up to you what you choose, and it can be based on whatever internal moral system or value system that you have. But we are shifting away from that, and healing is a significant internal part of that. I know that is what I have gone through. I mean, in the past, probably since August, leaps and bounds, you guys, leaps and bounds. I have seen everything about myself. Everything has been shown to me. It has been mirrored back to me by the significant people in my life, the people that I've grown to understand I have a real soul connection with. Like, just looking at things and going, oh, I do that. Oh, I do say that. Oh, I am like that. Oh, I am doing this. Oh, and it's having this effect. And here I am telling other people how they need to be, and kind of like, not, I don't want to say preaching, but it's like, you know, just having this sense of like spiritual intelligence. I would say that I'm an emotionally intelligent and spiritual intelligent person, but that doesn't mean that I see everything in myself either. And that was a real awakening that I've had this past month. And that came through some trial and, you know, connection with soul connections, activations with soul connections, and triggers through that. And less triggers as I go forward here, and understanding, you know, what it is to experience unconditional love and to show unconditional love. It's you guys, it's so hard. Everybody's struggling on some level, in some way, with something. Okay, so let's walk around and keep all that in mind, that we're all on a soul's journey here, no matter how great we think we are, or great we think whatever is happening in our lives is. And it can be, it can really be great, but it should never get the better of us. So how do you feel emotionally? So when it comes to consciousness, collectively, realignment, affirmation for today is, Spirit, what is that? I surrender. I surrender. I surrender to the understanding that I am not in full control, and I am in agreement with allowance, to allow healing and to allow a shift in my consciousness, knowing that I am divinely protected. You're not going to lose your identity, you guys. You're going to put down the things that you've been carrying around that you've never needed to carry around to begin with. They never served you. They were never who you were. They were part of this holographic image and presentation to the world, but they're not your authentic selves. And I think Spirit is really moving us in a direction of just true authenticity and healing all of these moral injuries from the past because of the preconditioning. And we're releasing that preconditioning for a new consciousness. All right, so in realignment, I surrender. I am in cooperation with allowance, and I allow healing and shift in consciousness. There's your positive affirmation for this Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there that's dad. Love that you guys are here, and that you guys continue to watch and support the channel. Click like, subscribe, and as always, namaste.